Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. We made it to Friday and I appreciate you joining me this morning. We are going to kick things off with the social scene where I share some fun activities happening in the city this weekend. If you're a country fan, you don't want to miss Riley Green performing at the Clyde Theater this Friday at 8 p.m. He is known for his hit album, Different Round Here, and was nominated for the Best New Country Artist at the iHeartRadio Music Awards. The Clyde Theater will also be hosting the Robert Cray Band this Saturday at 8 p.m. Robert Cray's blues, soul, and R&B inspired sound is truly unique and has earned him 5 Grammy wins, 16 nominations, and a place in the Blues Hall of Fame. You can get your tickets at the Clyde Theater's website. If you're looking for some comedy, check out Kellen Eskern Friday and Saturday night at Summit City Comedy Club. Kellen has appeared on Conan, Jimmy Kimmel, America's Got Talent, and the Amazon original series Inside Jokes. He has garnered over 30 million views with his clips on Dry Bar Comedy. Tickets can be purchased at summitcitycomedy.com. And a little something for the kiddos, the Fort Wayne Zoo will be reopening this weekend after their winter hiatus. And that's your social scene. On today's show, we are learning more lawn care tips, preparing you for the spring with the lawn lover. The Fort Wayne Farmers Market is here to share about their exciting new opening at Electric Works, and we are getting a peek at some top-tested pet products from Best Reviews. Here we go.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
We are back learning about lawn care and how to take care of your grass and fertilization, all of that and more during the spring season. And joining me today is Justin from The Lawn Lover. Hi, Justin.
Hi, Jessica.
All right, so I'm so excited to continue this conversation. So last week when we spoke, we kind of mentioned a couple of tips about how people can start to prepare for taking care of their lawn by buying the right equipment and then also conducting a soil test. That was really cool to learn about. So today we're going to continue learning what people should do next. And so you mentioned measuring and doing other testing. So share with me what that tip is.
Yeah, so measuring your lawn, I think, is a crucial step in starting the journey into improving your lawn. You kind of need the blueprint of what you're working with before you can decide what you need to do with it. So what measuring your lawn does, you can either do it the old-fashioned way with like a measuring wheel, which takes a lot of time, and I mean, it's still possible and doable, but a lot of people like to go the online route, use the technology we have. There's a lot of different websites out there that you can go to. I did a video last year about how people can measure their lawns, and basically you go to the website, you plug in your address, it'll give you a GPS satellite view of your lawn, and it allows you to measure the areas that you're going to be treating. So what this does is give you an accurate square footage of what you're working with, and which is going to help you when you get into buying products. You know how much to buy. If you've ever looked at products for the lawn, they'll always sell it by how many square feet it will treat. So you'll know, hey, do I need 1 bag of this, 2 bags of this, etc. And what that also does is for application rates, when you get into application rates where products will talk about putting so many pounds of fertilizer down or so many ounces per 1,000 square feet, you know how much you need and how much you need to treat your lawn for maximum effectiveness.
Interesting. So you're saying there's a digital way of measuring. So people, where did you say people can go?
I think the website I use is called measuremylawn.com.
Okay.
So, you know, catchy name there.
Yeah.
But so you go in, put your address in, and I do have a step-by-step walkthrough on the channel on how you can just put your address in and measure online digitally and get a rough estimate of your square footage.
That is so cool. Who knew? That's kind of like Google Maps, you know, that you just put in. Oh my goodness, the internet knows everything about us.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so you can measure your lawn and understand how much square footage is back there to understand how much product you should buy. And then what else does that help with outside of understanding the product? Would it help determine what plants would go best in your lawn in the sense of like what could fit back there, and maybe if you're getting false grass? Yeah,
so it definitely gives you a more scientific measurement of what you have. So you can kind of gauge with that, like plants that you're going to purchase. You can also measure landscaping areas. So if you want to put in a landscaping area or a garden bed in your backyard, get a square footage. Because a lot of plants, when you go buy them, they'll talk about, these will grow 6 to 10 feet tall or 6 to 10 feet wide. So it'll kind of give you, measuring gives you a rough estimate of what you can actually fit in there and make it look decent and nice.
Yes, yes. And a part of taking care of anything is using the proper products, right? And so lawn care, there's so many options out there, but there are specific things that can help you accomplish your goals. So can you share how should people go about finding the proper product?
Yeah, so I think it's kind of like you said, what your goal is now. Like, are you just wanting to green up your grass, or are you wanting to have the best grass on the block,
Right.
so per se? It also comes down to budget. So with how things are going in the economy, fertilizer prices, especially nitrogen, has increased considerably over the last few years.
Yes.
So with that lawn measuring and such, that helps you also, you're not overbuying product and spending unneeded money or unnecessary money on products you don't need, which budget-wise, that's very nice, and saving and not spending extra. But you really, kind of what your goal is going to determine what you want to buy. And also, if you want to use natural products or you want to use synthetic fertilizers, that's something else to think about. So there's a million different options on the market of things that are available to you. Just, I would say, identify what your goals are and kind of go from there and research. And I've had several people reach out to me asking questions as well. So I'm always happy to help if they contact me directly.
Okay, wonderful. And then, of course, spring is a time for cleanup. Spring cleanup around our homes, but also you have to clean up the lawn, especially from all of the dead leaves and just transitioning seasons. So any tips about properly cleaning up your grass?
Yeah, so cleanup is definitely important, especially with all the storms that we've had here this spring. Winds, I know I have a lot of limbs down in my yard that I go out and clean up. But that's going to also help keep your mower nice, keep your blades sharp of not mowing over. I know I get a lot of walnuts in my yard, limbs, leaves. So keeping that stuff off of the grass allows it just to breathe and flourish into the springtime, developing a thicker canopy, which is also going to help cut down weeds and other issues in the lawn as well.
Okay, wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Justin, for sharing that information and helping us keep our lawns looking pretty if we have them. So appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice seeing you.
Yeah.
If you would like more information on how to take care of your lawn, check out Justin's YouTube page, Lawn Lover. We'll have it listed below, and we'll be right back.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Did you know that the Fort Wayne Farmers Market is coming to Electric Works? Here to discuss more is Lee Rowan, who is the owner. Hi, Lee.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. It's nice to be here.
Yes. So this is a great time of year because, of course, as people are producing their products, it's time to get it out and sell them. And you do that through your farmers market, which you've had for 12 years now, almost?
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So share with us about the Fort Wayne Farmers Market.
Yeah, we started back in 2012, and it was really kind of a harebrained idea because I was a small business owner, and with the close of the summer markets, that means reduction of, your financial capabilities. And so kind of on a spur of the moment, I started the indoor market at Parkview Field, and it was a great success. We've had a lot of loyal vendors that have been with us since I've opened, and it's really just a nice experience for the vendors, for the community, and through the tough times, there's always food at the market. We don't open with empty shelves, and that's always been a consistent problem with supply chains and that kind of thing, and we just don't have that because it's all local.
Yeah, which is important, the local aspect and the freshness and the items actually being produced here. So share with me kind of the selections that you offer the community.
Well, we are based on a farm food and natural first operation.
Okay.
So we have about 90% farm food and natural, which means you can get fresh beef, and we have pork chicken, lamb, goat, beef, and then we have organic, and then we have the varieties of pork that are offered. And so there's a lot of spin-offs even in one category. And then we have the produce, and we have several produce vendors who grow year-round. And, the sun is out, so you're going to start finding more and more, and people are getting their starts in. And so it's just been a great explosion for the community to have this resource.
Yes, absolutely. And when people come and shop and experience, they can get food items, but you also have arts and different alternative items there as well, right?
Yes, we do. So we have about 10 to 20% arts and crafts, and they're hand-selected and more unique. We try not to flood a specific category because we want our businesses to also be successful. So even in most categories, you'll find that there's only a specific type of baker, there's only a specific type of item. So you're not going to find 16 candle vendors, or you're only going to find maybe one, maybe two. So we work with them to be more successful, because if you flood the market, unfortunately, then those businesses aren't as successful, and that's not what we're really shooting for.
Yes. Okay. And right now you're at Parkview Field, and you're making the big transition to Electric Works.
Yes.
So share with me about that. Where will you be located, and how frequent will your farmers market show?
Starting May 20th, we'll be there every Saturday for about 20 weeks.
Okay.
The time is from 9 to 1, and we'll be located on Dynamo Alley between Broadway and College, which is the brick road that runs between the two lines of buildings on the West Campus. So they'll have that street closed, and then all the vendors will be set up along the street. But the Union Street Market and its permanent merchants will be open also for your access. And then also on June 14th, we'll be starting our Wednesday weekly market from 3 to 7.
Okay, wonderful. And you are currently accepting vendors, is that correct?
Yeah, we're always looking for great, unique vendors. We're looking for, we've got some bakers lined up that are from various countries, which is really exciting, and, to add more flair. So we're always looking for opportunities, within the community to bring it forward and have access to actually the whole community, not just maybe their own region of the area. I mean, we have so many Burmese, we have Bosnian, we have, just Colombian, we have just so many varieties of food, and we just really want to have the market reflect its community.
Yes, and as businesses are considering being a part of a farmer's market, what do you feel is the biggest benefit and asset for a business to show their product in this type of way?
The thing I can honestly say is, we've never went out to be the biggest farmers market because we don't want to water down the quality of the farmers market. And I think when you find a business who's like-minded, they want to be a part of that. And I was telling you earlier that I started a farmers market, but I ended up with a small business incubator.
Yes.
We're really there to help you move along and move forward in your aspirations. I've got vendors that I worked with, a year and a half, 2 years before they even became a vendor, to make sure they had everything in row and make sure they had all their documentation and things like that. I mean, I'm really vested in the small business community beyond just the farmers market. And because of that, the Lieutenant Governor appointed me to the Indiana Grown Commission to help forward small businesses in Indiana. And so it's really nice to be recognized for my efforts and to really then help people locally and now statewide as well.
That's really exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's really cool. I mean, and really you're providing a unique opportunity with a curated audience that are all coming together and wanting to learn about vendors perhaps that they have never heard of.
Right.
Shop new places and get fresh food and fresh produce to be able to cook throughout the week. I love that aspect of it.
It's really great when you're doing the right job, when you are coming up, if I arrive later, I come up to the market and people have been shopping and people are leaving with bags and grocery carts full of items. You've done the right thing and you're offering the right products. It's nice to have the people who want to come out and have the experience and get a coffee and do those kind of things. But for the vendors, it's really meaningful to me to see that they're going to be successful. And that's why they want to keep coming back, is because they're successful at the market and have those constant shoppers.
Yes, I love it. That's so great. Oh, Every time I go to Electric Works, I spend too much, and now I get to shop the farmer's market. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Lee.
Well, that's not really a problem. I really love being there because, Electric Works has 1,200 dedicated parking spots, and that's really hard to find in the downtown community. And then also, they do start charging after 2 hours, and if you want to stay at the market longer than 2 hours, God love you. But if you really feel like you're going to make a day adventure of it and take advantage of the other merchants and stay a little longer, then you know what? There is free parking. It's just in the parking lot that we used last year at Macaulay Park, and it's a 3-acre lot, so I'm sure you can find plenty of parking there too.
Yes.
But it's just a little bit further of a hike. But it is free, so you can stay as long as you want.
Yes, a lot to explore.
There
Thank
is.
you, Lee, for coming in and sharing about your farmer's market.
Not
I
a
appreciate
problem.
it.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. And if you would like more information about the Fort Wayne Farmers Market, we'll be sure to have their website listed below. And remember, they're coming to Electric Works in May. We'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
If you're looking for a way to celebrate your pets this year, consider a gift that enriches their physical and mental health. Olivia Horton is standing by with some top-tested pet products from Best Reviews.
For many of us, our fur babies are a huge part of our families, so you always want to make sure that they have the absolute best. Joining us now with the top items for our four-legged friends is Jacob Palmer with Best Reviews. Jacob, thanks so much for joining us.
And thanks for having me. It's like you said, they are a part of our family, so you want to treat them with the best products. That's what we brought today.
Of course. Now, when it comes to the top products, what is this first one over here?
So it's always about adding new tech, right? And this is from Eufy, a pretty well-known brand in terms of making a ton of different products, especially smart products. And this is awesome for those who leave their pets at home, but still want to keep an eye on them. It's a pet camera that allows you to monitor them. It gives you an update if they're moving or making noise, to help be a good neighbor. And then best of all, you can send them a treat remotely. It's super easy in the app.
So for all of our helicopter dog moms, this is the perfect product, just like me. Now, also another product that's good for the pets is the Kong toys.
And the Kong toys are great because they're good for both little and big dogs. You have a huge dog, I have a small dog, and they're great for both because it puts their mind to work. And when they use their mind and they play with it, they get a treat. So it kind of is a self-sustaining cycle. We loved it. It was really surprising in the testing lab how many different kinds of dogs embraced it.
I'm telling you, so many different dogs love this Kong brand. And speaking of dogs, they also need some chew toys because we all know our furry friends love to chew things up.
And again, we're thinking about the small and the big dogs. And so for your dog, we have the larger chew toy on the right here.
Cool.
It's great because it can get in there and take the plaque off of teeth. Obviously, nothing's invincible when they're standing up against a Great Dane, but this will get as close as we've been able to find in our testing lab. And then next to it is this new style of dog toy where it's for the dogs that love to chew on sticks, but for a lot of dog owners, that's kind of a nerve-wracking prospect because they don't want them to, cut themselves. Also, you don't want dirty sticks being brought in the house. This is a great way to compromise because it's flavored in a way that they're going to keep coming back for it, but it also trains them, to find this instead of bringing in a dirty stick from outside.
Well, that's going to keep them healthy. And speaking of health, what about some of these products over here?
And the common theme here as well is that we want to make things easy for the pet owner, and this is a product that we love. It's a plaque-off powder, and it's so easy. You just put a little bit of it in their food, a little bit of it in their water. It doesn't really change anything. It's got no, additives that would cause concern. And so it's super natural, a great product, especially if your pet has some nasty-smelling breath. Great product there to start with.
Love that. I know so many different people can use that product. Now, what about for the small cats and even the small dogs?
People want to travel. They want to bring their pets with them. This is a great option for if you have that small pet. We tested it with a bunny, and it got the job done. Great for vet visits or something else where you need to take them, but you want them to ride in comfort. Best part about this product from Texans is that it has a removable pad that you can take out to make sure that it stays clean and doesn't get gross over time.
So that could be good for dogs, cats, any kind of small animal that you have. Now, speaking of cats, they always have a litter, and this one's going to help us clean it up a little bit better.
So let's save the most interesting product for last. This is the litter robot. It is so interesting because, number one, aesthetically, it's going to bring a totally different vibe. We recommend using it in something like a laundry room or an entryway, somewhere where the utilitarian look of it is going to fit in. But what's so cool about it and what's so exciting for our testers who used it was that they don't have to handle the litter anymore. It automatically sifts works it through kind of like a washing machine when it detects that there's something on top of the litter in there, the kitty litter in there, and then it goes down to the lower container and you just pull out the bag, throw it out with your trash.
So all of these are going to make your lives as pet owners a little bit easier. Thank you so much, Jacob.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. To learn more about these products and others, just head to bestreviews.com or scan that QR code right on your screen.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. For more information and to find more product reviews, go to our website, WANE.com.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in to our show today. You can catch up on episodes of Living Local 15 on WANE.com and also the WANE app. And remember, it's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. Have a fabulous weekend, and I look forward to seeing you here on Monday. Bye-bye.
Go to the Living Local 15 page on wayne.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.